Hello humans. A mechanic that was supposed to add a small amount of novelty to the game is now set to bring us into a new dawn of exploration in Elite, and Erimus and I have proven it. Here is a view of the galaxy from 1880 light years above the galactic centre, the highest ever reached in this region of space. It is the very top. There are no stars above at all. Keep watching for more. So what is this new mechanic? I'm talking about the new jets that come out of white dwarfs and neutron stars. The aim was to fly into them, you get some turbulence and your FSD becomes supercharged with a 25% bonus in your jump range. Nothing game changing, not worth it at all in terms of travel or exploration. We already have ways of doubling our jump range with materials, so it was indeed supposed to be a novelty. Except when they implemented it in the beta, they accidentally set it to 300%. We didn't know that was a mistake, so we started dreaming and wowing at it. In fact, here's a scene when I first noticed my jump range got up to 118 light years for the first time. Whoa. Sandro was quick to point out it was a mistake and they'd be lowering it, but after some mega campaign of noise on the forums and Reddit, they decided to start experimenting with it. I mentioned to Michael that making it into 25% for white dwarfs and keeping it at 300% for neutron stars would solve the problem of breaking navigation through the bubble, which is full of white dwarfs, but only one neutron star. And whether it was because of that or whatever, he decided to go with it, and that's what we're currently in, except we've got 50% for white dwarfs instead of 25. Many people wanted to set up neutron superhighways across the galaxy with it. Ways of getting about slightly faster. Sounded like fun, a collaborative project, the kind of thing explorers love, especially since Distant Worlds made the Galactic Mapping Project better known. For them, 300% wasn't enough though, and further debate ensued, but I had a different idea. Using it to getting to previously unreachable places, finding mini highways to interesting places. So after perusing the galaxy map for a while, I found a potential route to a very interesting place. It just needed a pretty big jump range, about 40 to 50 light years from what I could tell. So I bought an anaconda and used fish to engineer it up to 55 light years. Roped in Erimus, who was always up for an adventure, and we headed to it. To cut a long story short, we made it. We reached a place that has only been dreamed of until today. We reached the real galactic roof. We reached the absolute highest star in the region of the bubble. Here it is. This is the view never seen before by any eyes but ours. If we look up, we only see 6 stars in the whole sky, and they aren't stars, but they are galaxies. They are the stars that feature in my Deep Space Survey video number 8, and there's Sol, and if you look really closely you can see Barnard's Loop, the coal sack, and the tiny specks of the stem and pipe, Rotophusius and various others. You can see right into the centre of the galaxy. You can see the spiral arms and you can see where the galaxy ends. It was a pure wonder being up here. Actually, there are 2 stars up here at the same level, and we've dubbed them Erimus Peak and Kai's Peak, because glory and fame and all that. But to be honest, I recognise that there's no glory in this. I cheated. It's the beta. I used fish. That almost stopped me from going, and I understand a lot of people are going to be like, well, you didn't actually accomplish anything, but let me tell you why I did it. It's for a few reasons. I decided it was a very important thing to do. I had to prove the point. I had to make sure that the devs and the exploration community as a whole, with my amazing video skills, knew that this new mechanic is indeed ushering in a new era of exploration, and needs to be used as such. This really should be a new dawn in exploration. It is indeed new because it marks a change in the approach to exploration. Now many places are unlocked, but if you go, you can't come back. Will you still go just to do what I did? Share a video, share the system map, share some screenshots? Will you do it to go down in history, or does putting your name on it mean so much? We will certainly keep records of people who do this. I'm starting a thread in the forum around it, see the description. It also changes the way exploration works. There was a whole new way of thinking that had to go into this. It was dangerous. We ran into a white dwarf head on after exiting witch space, and it sucked us in with its turbulence, and we couldn't move and there's nothing we could do, and we ended up in the exclusion zone before we knew it. We struggled for 7 minutes to get out after our canopies broke, but we'd lost our thrusters by then, and all we could do was salute and become fried by the radiation. We had to make our way back and start over. We had to do many jumps in a row without refueling, so I brought extra tanks that lowered my jump range and caused problems. I brought limpets and refilled Erimus so that he could go on. At one point, we saw that we couldn't make it, so we took a risk and jumped with jumponium. I had to cook off some fuel to actually make that jump, and I had barely any in my tank. We made it to a star that could be scooped, and then we jumped to another, and then was able to reach another neutron star with jumponium and carry on to the top. It was complicated, risky, scary, and required collaboration. It was so much fun. So yeah, that's why I felt it important to make this video and publicise the new mechanic. I also did it, cheating be damned, to make sure that this view gets seen in case Frontier decide to nerf it. These stars could never be reachable, so I had to do it. Lastly, I did it for my own charts of the galaxies surrounding the Milky Way. I wanted an unimpeded view of the galaxies with no stars to get confused with. I have photographed them, and here they are. Here is NGC 9585 in all its splendour. A safe galaxy, so very red. Here's NGC 6946, IC1502, and here is Leo 1, Sextans A and Sextans Dwarf Spheroidal Galaxy. Strangely enough, while making this video, I've noticed that there's 2 more galaxies that I didn't know about. Check out the description for a link to my analysis of the sky and any new galaxies I may find after making this video. It's very interesting. Also, you'll find a list of the route to get up here yourself. So devs, if you are watching, thanks for this mistake. It's great. I'm so excited. I really am. I had such a great time doing this. Just what the exploration community has needed. Something new, a new way to go about exploration, something that adds risk and challenge. Please now see this as the gem that it really is. Work on it. I would request that you let this stack with jumponium. If you do, I've got a really neat place that I'd be able to reach. Please give us more of this. The exploration community may not be your biggest community, but they are your prime community. We are the ones who are all about the headline feature of this game, the galaxy, to its utmost. You can do so much more for us, but we are definitely grateful that you are now giving us attention like this. I mean, this is just awesome. So, to my fellow explorers, go. Forge new paths, find new places. Be brave and prove you are not in it for the glory but for the discovery. Show us your pure explorer's heart. Fly dangerously and so long, humans. To the heavens to see what secrets they hold. Join me as I sail amongst the stars.